Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, subscribers, unsubscribers, or just random viewers. I am here to actually go ahead and make a rant which I have been prolonging to make for some time since Battleflop, aka Battlefront, aka Battleflop. EA, you fucking suck. You do. No, you really fucking suck. There is no denying that. There's no denying that you suck. Hey, EA, you fucking suck. You have humiliated and destroyed my most beloved franchise, Battlefront. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? It was a nice day over in 8th grade, where I was doing shit on my grades and I didn't give a shit whatsoever. Come home, unsling my book bag, and plop right on my computer chair. Seeing an upload from Star Wars HQ saying something in the lines of Battlefront 3 official teaser trailer. I was bursting with joy, seeing as DICE was making the game and EA publishing it. I was just too naive to see the incoming consequences. Let's face it. Alright, let's face it. The majority of Star Wars fans seeing that first trailer of Battlefront was bone-chilling yet exciting. Then the next one comes at Anaheim. The one featured at Anaheim 2015 was a hell of a sight. Seeing those rebels and stormtroopers battle it out on Endor under the Frostbite engine was a breath of fresh air, and thus began my life on the Battlefront hype train. Each trailer was analyzed by my favorite YouTubers. Making theories about new features and more was honestly a fun experience for me. Months go by, but as these months go by, I've begun to feel less hyped about the game. Power-ups, on-rail AT-ATs, no Clone Wars, basically nothing that labeled Battlefield 1 a legendary game. Beta comes along. At least there was something to look forward to. I played the beta and I had fun, until perhaps the second or third day when the polish is swiped away and I am confronted with issues. Plenty of issues. Horrible spawns, abhorrent controls for aircraft, bland Jedi Sith combat, the massive weakness of rebels to where it was hard to play as them. Now, okay, people can argue that the rebels were weak in that game because they're the rebels. You know, rebels versus Empire was like a child versus a dinosaur. Who's gonna win? The dinosaur. But with this instant, the child had a fucking BFG. No pun intended, of course, for the gameplay showing, but that is no excuse to make the rebels suck ass in the game. But the issues went on and on and on and on. I can go ahead and list all over them for you, but all you have to do is just do a simple YouTube search on comparing Battlefront 2 or Battlefront 1 to EA Battlefront. I was overall disappointed, and with the new announcement for season passes on 4 fucking expansions, 4 fucking expansions, which they don't even tell us what it is. No they don't. It's like buying a fancy box with nothing inside. A fucking waste of money. And EA should be ashamed of themselves for this trash, because I'll be honest, I'll be real fucking honest, I feel bad for DICE. All the time constraints they're put on, the bashing from the corporate scumbags for not reaching desired sales, it's sad. And update after update, nothing is getting fixed. Nothing is going well for this game. DICE at this point is just dragging a dying stormtrooper from point A to B, and EA is just yelling in that stormtrooper's face for motivation in its weakest form. But this isn't the first time. Oh no, it's not. Believe it or not, they fucked over plenty of companies for the sake of a few bucks in the past. Companies that have made top tier godlike RPGs, RTSs, and more. Take a look at this picture. I mean it. Pause the fucking video, first of all, and read each piece of text word by word and look at those logos of now dead companies or dying companies. All because of EA. This is the result of EA's greed. I have never seen such incompetence in my life, ever. It's horrifying to know that once your gaming company gets big enough, it can be bought by this disgusting publisher. And you can go ahead and say that, oh, but Callus, listen, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are good games, and they're published by EA. Nuff said. First of all, I don't see EA suits walking into DICE's or Respawn's studios to help the staff with the fucking game. They're just making decisions and that's it. They aren't getting their hands dirty with sound design, game design, balancing, etc. They just sit back, and if they don't like it, they demand it be swiped from the game. Now, don't get me wrong, that's their job, okay? Swiping things from a game whether it be good or bad, fine, sure, that's what they all do. That's what every publisher does. Okay, they have a restriction and limit on their status. They tell a company to release this game at this time with this kind of features in it. That's normal. But here's the problem with that. They turn that fantastic idea into a DLC. So again, they demand it be swiped from the game, whether it be good or bad for the consumer. And most of the time, if not all the time, turn that fantastic idea into a DLC locked feature. And second of all, Titanfall 2 wasn't that big of a success in terms of sales. It's a great game, yes, but it's received poor marketing from EA because EA believed Titanfall 2 wouldn't gain as big of a following as Battlefield 1 has. The only reason why Titanfall 1 isn't getting a bigger community than it should is because of the marketing. That's it. That's it. If the marketing could have been as equally good as Battlefield 1's, this shit would never have been an issue for Respawn. But it's the fact that Respawn was so shocked by the sales that they were getting, that's why. It's because of the marketing. That's it. This is honestly sad for me to bring up because EA used to be a great company. But at this point though, I can't even remember when. It just seems like they've always been a bad company, but I know they haven't. It's just they've been this fucking greedy for a long ass time. It's unfortunate. So again, look at this. The information given to you here. Which logo here do you recognize? Because 99% of the time, that logo that you recognize from that company made a game for you that you loved. Only just to know now that that company that made that game for you is dying slowly on its deathbed. All it asks for is for you not to give in to EA's greed, to its disgusting and wretched marketing strategies. This has gone on for too long, too damn long. I just couldn't postpone this rant for another GMV. I just had to get this off my chest. Please don't give in to EA's greed. All I can ask is don't buy their games. Head to their Twitter or whatever social media sites they lure on and tell them why they need to stop this. This can't go on. We're going down a dark path and it isn't pretty for the consumer. So that's it. It's good to finally make a video like this to you all and show you what my thoughts are on EA. Cheers to the subscribers, unsubscribers, and random viewers. Valekren signing off.